All right, well, happy Saturday, March 13th. Picking up where I left off in my other video. I am ready to do some JB-Weld on 1, 2, 3 cars, and actually 4 cars. And I'm getting ready to dip these two. Okay, so I drilled and separated all those parts out from one another. I've done some painting on this one. I still have to paint the underbellies of these cars here. Sorry, the cameras are wobbly. But I want to put these in the solution, so this is how I do that. It's pretty simple. Stack these puppies on top of one another. And I can differentiate. I try to keep, if it's further away from me, I put it in the back. So if it's on the far left side, that car goes in the back, this car goes in the front. But these are pretty easy to separate and understand which one's which, because they're different Mustangs, different years. So sometimes if I'm doing something with the same year, it's a little confusing. So I have to keep track of which one's which, because I don't want to mix and match the die-cast body with the plastic pieces. So just let it hang there, right? And this is pretty simple. I got this full enough, and I just kind of lift this up, put it in this paint stripper. Just kind of make sure it's in there all around. How simple is that, right? I just let it sit for, I don't know, at least an hour, probably. But you can already see it's going to work, right? And it does pretty quick work of the, especially the newer cars. The newer cars seem to really just come apart really quickly. So, yeah, just let that sit right there. Now let's get some JB-Weld. And let's see here. I'm trying to create some space, but I guess I don't really need to. I normally do the JB-Weld, and when I'm done with the car, I set it on the far left side. I've already got a bunch of stuff over there, so I'll just set it back in the station where it's at. So I'm doing 4 cars. Let's see if I can get the amount just right. Come on. These can be kind of messy, so I don't know. I try to scoop some of this stuff out of the cap area. It just builds up and up and up if I don't clean it out from time to time. So, hope you guys are doing great today. I have to admit, it's not just because I don't have to work today, but I love Saturdays. I really do. Saturday is probably one of my favorite days of the week. And it starts off with our men's prayer meeting in the morning. I've said this before. I can't encourage you guys enough. Not only, obviously, I love to read the Bible, but there is so much craziness going on in the world today. Connecting with other men is a terrific thing. It is a terrific thing. So I encourage you guys to, just consider that. I firmly believe that we need one another. I hate to be, mushy, soft, but we need one another. We need other people. And it's great to meet people online. It's nice to communicate with you guys. And I'm not trying to, downplay that in any way. But I think it's important. Meets people of like faith, like mind in your area, and connect with them. People that are right there, 10, 15 minutes away, that can be there and help you, and you can help them. I think that's something that we lose in our minds. I know my tendency is to be selfish and just think of what I need, and with the craziness that's going on in my life, obviously doesn't compare to some, but still, It's a long-winded way of saying how much I love Saturdays, and starting it off with our men's prayer group, and then I kind of hang around for an hour or so and just kind of talk to some of the guys and see how their life's going. And it's not just a meeting where you sit down and you kind of listen to a speaker and then you get up and leave. That's not, we actually interact with one another. I don't know, it's just good. I mean, like I said, we need one another, and this COVID lockdown and all this kind of crap that has happened, unfortunately, right? Nobody asked for this stuff, but has separated us from each other, and that's not a good thing. Sure, it might be safe to do that for a little while to help with the pandemic to pass, but we need people. We need one another, and other people need us. So, excuse me for a second as I get this stuff off my fingers. Excuse me. Whoa, I had a bunch of this came up on my fingers. I gotta wipe that off. Anyways, I had a great start to the day. That's my long-winded answer for today. Great start to the day. All right, let's mix up this JB-Weld. And that's another nice thing about, and I've probably said this before, in my hobby, and this hobby is you can do this hobby and do other things at the same time. Some of this is, I don't say mindless, but this is something, different parts of this, a little bit of the painting, some of the decaling stuff, it's kind of just, you can listen to music, you can even carry on a conversation with other people. I don't say you want to watch TV because that's kind of taking away your attention, but you can kind of do some other things while you're doing this hobby, and I kind of like it. Kind of like that aspect of it. So, all right, let's make sure my fingers are clean. Let's get this. I don't know. I like that yellow-black contrast that's going on here. Looking good so far. So we'll get just a little bit on here, a little bit around these posts, a little bit on here. Not much. That's pretty solid. I don't think things are going anywhere. And then we'll get majority on this post. I got a little bit on the black there, on the back here. Okay. Take this. Everything looks pretty good. So when I put this together, I do not want to take it apart. Yeah. Those rims match the paint pretty well. Pretty happy about that. I'm kind of growing in that area. I think painting these rims, if I can't get the fluorescent yellow, which is pretty rare, if I paint over white or yellow rims, it's easier. And I'm actually thinking, because I'm doing a lot of white rimmed cars, I'll save those white rims and I'll use yellow rims, and then I'll touch them up with the fluorescent yellow, and that seems to work out pretty well. At least it did for this car. So, and then I'll use my white rims for, instead of painting them yellow with the fluorescent yellow, I'll leave them white. And then if I need to paint white, I'll just paint a black rimmed, regular black rimmed car. I paint that white. That's what I did over here on the Dent Wizard. Alright, so that's that. I'm going to set that over there. I don't need to clamp that. That's pretty good. That's in place pretty well, I should say. Alright, how's this doing? Yeah, it's not perfect. I got a little scratch there on that side in that window area there. I filled it in with some sealer. I also put actually some of that clear tester's glue on it just to kind of mask it a little bit, but it's a scratch. You can see it's not 100% perfect there on that side. If I can get this to focus. Right there. So, anyways, you strive for perfection, but then you run into, certain problems, and you gotta, sometimes you can fix it, sometimes you just can't, and you have to live with imperfection. So, that's what has happened there. I got plenty for 4 cars here, I think. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I've enjoyed communicating with you guys. Appreciate your feedback, your positive comments, and even some of the critical comments that, hey, this or that, could be better, or yeah. So I enjoy that. Keep bringing it. If you see something that's not, right, if most of the time I'll see it too. But yeah, just it's good to have that feedback and areas for me to improve on. And if you guys are embarking in this hobby, you'll see some of the benefit of constructive criticism. So all I ask is to keep it positive, just keep it positive. Lighthearted as best as you can. We're not doing anything that's serious. Some of the YouTube videos that I watch, some of the political ones, and some of the maybe Second Amendment ones, things that I like to watch. I like to watch this one YouTuber. It's Active Self-Protection. If you've ever watched that, man, those are some terrific videos. Active Self-Protection, and he just shares videos and kind of uses his teaching moments for people that protect themselves and run into crazy things that happen in life and circumstances where there may be come under attack. Somebody's trying to steal their stuff, or somebody's trying to, do them harm, and they defend themselves. Sometimes with their hands, and sometimes they defend themselves with their concealed carry weapon. And it's just interesting. Nothing like that has really ever happened to me, but to see it actually happen to other people is crazy. But anyway, some of the comments I was saying was they can be, on those videos, they can be kind of pretty intense. People can get pretty worked up about, some of that stuff. But what we're doing here is nothing to get worked up about. Just a fun little hobby that we have. So, hi, Mr. Ben. You liking your car? I'm pretty happy with it so far. We are getting close to the point where I'll be able to start decaling it. Yeah. All right, so get this in here. Try not to get it on the orange. after our men's prayer breakfast, I went over to Dick's Sporting Goods. Not my favorite place to go, but went over there and picked up a new sweatshirt. I'm a sweatshirt fanatic. I love hooded sweatshirts, and I've got I don't know, I've got 6 or 7 of them now. But that's it. It's kind of a baby blue. My wife's eyes are baby blue, so I went with a baby blue sweatshirt. Not really a manly color. But anyways, I thought it would be cool. I didn't have that color. I like different colors, and picked that up. And I came home, and and I showed my wife, and she's like, "Oh, that's nice." And I said, "Do you know why I picked this color?" And then she's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "It's because your eyes are baby blue." And of course, she about vomited. But I don't know. Like to be comfortable, and so I wear a lot of sweatshirts. Of course, we're getting close to summertime, and I definitely won't be wearing too many sweatshirts in the summer here in Northern Virginia. Dang, it gets hot. It gets hot. It's nice to retreat to this basement because it's definitely cooler here in the basement. I love basements. I don't know. Some people, like my brother lives down in Virginia Beach area. They don't have basements down there because of the water level. I would hate that. I love basements. I've had a basement, and I'm trying to think, in every house I've lived. And I just love it. The coolness of the basement, little area to retreat to. It's just nice. Sweatshirts in basements. Alright, so that's that. Definitely have enough left over. Could have done 5 cars. So let's see. Do I have everything ready to go here? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I painted the rims on this car with white. They were black. So, not perfect job, but alrighty. Taking a long time I'm doing this, but I'm going to get to the Busch Series decals here in a minute. I wanted to show you guys. And so I do have people that are, obviously collectors, people that have bought things from me before that are watching these videos, and people have ordered cars. And then, so I have that kind of crowd, which, maybe older people, and I'm not going to get into ages, but just people that are older. And then I think I have people that are watching my videos here that are younger, maybe teenagers, and they want to see how I do things and step by step. And so yeah, I try to do videos that kind of maybe apply to both, or at least part of my videos apply to some and part apply to the others. So anyways, that's what's going on with my videos sometimes. So if I do things that are kind of simple, maybe you'll be like, not really, it doesn't interest me. But that's maybe for some of my younger watchers. So alright, so I don't need to clamp any of these. These are all sitting well together, and I just set it like that, and that's it. And because I don't like to throw things away, I clean off this toothpick and I reuse it for as long as I can keep reusing it. Okay, and then put that there, put this here, put this here, and all right. Take a look at this. Has been running for 10-15 minutes now. See how that's all puffed up you know, I let it sit for like an hour, but I could probably do it in, 20 minutes and start scraping it. But I want to make sure it gets into those crevices and everything and gets done. Okay. Here are the Busch series decals that I have. And again, there may be some that I won't sell, but you guys let me know what you're interested in, and I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I'm going to part with it or not. So this is 1996, and to work my way all up to 2020. All right, so we're just going to run through them here like I did with my other ones. Of course, a lot of them are Ken Seth, because he's the man. He is the man. Oh, each one of these is different in some way. So you might see, hey, that's the same. No, it's different. Because this is my stash of extras. That's a Keselowski. It's a rare one. This is my stash of extras. Just one that I keep. I don't think I'll sell that one. I'll be banking that one. That's a great one. Love those GameStop cars that Ken Seth drove. Made some Sprite cars with that paint scheme. There's a fun one. I had to use those trunk decals or rear bumper decals, and that's the placement there. So like I've said, these are $3 a piece. And it's kind of first come, first serve. If you hit me up for them, I will identify who hit me up for them first. If there's a competition, I'll try to let you know. If that's a super complicated scheme there. Same with that one. But I'll let you know if I'm going to part with them, and then, or if somebody else identified it before you did. So try to be as fair as I possibly can in that regard. Up to 2014 here. I think this one may be spoken for. 2017 now. The Pro Series one. I have a few Pro Series, and yeah, in this mix. I don't know if I'll sell that one. That GK, I had a cat named GK. Gray kitty. Love that cat. Oh, I love that cat. We called him GK. Yeah, it's real complicated there. All right, we're getting close. A lot of discount tire ones. It's a William Byron Exalta. I think that one was made. Napa. Alright, here's a Pro Series one. I don't know if I'll sell that one. That's a Haley Deegan one. Haley Deegan Monster. I'm not sure I'll sell that one either, because I can turn that into a pretty handsome profit, because those monster cars are pretty coveted after. Almond Dinger. And then I got a truck one here. So, all right, guys, that is my list of the Busch, Nationwide, Xfinity, some Pro Series in there, and a truck in there too. So that's my list of decals for that. Hope you guys have a great, blessed day, and we will see you and talk to you in the next video. I have some more updates for you on everything that's going on. So God bless. Take care. And we'll see you soon.